So Chance, I am really curious though, because I don't really know much about you before I got here. Like, how did you even get into, because you're a gymnastics background, right? How did you even get into gymnastics? Did you do gymnastics as a kid?
So I always tumbled at the gym. My sisters did
At what
gymnastics.
gym?
Precision Gymnastics.
Okay.
Is that here in Texas?
Yes, it's actually right there in Richardson.
Okay. Shout out Precision.
Precision. And actually that's where I grew up. All my sisters grew up in gymnastics. So I always tumbled. I did a little bit of it, but I wasn't good. I hated it. I always wanted to do sports.
Right.
But I always tumbled. I was always in the gym. I would try stuff. And then I actually decided, okay, I'm going to go play football. So I played football.
Yeah.
With all my friends. But my sisters did it. I was able to get a job when I was 15, 16.
At the gym?
At the
like
gym.
just helping out?
Yeah.
Or like what kind of stuff were you doing?
So I actually started off, so funny, coaching tumbling with David, who works here.
David Zaragoza?
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's funny.
So they needed an extra coach. So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
And this is when you were like 15, 16?
Yeah.
That's
so
funny.
I've known David longer than I've been alive. It's crazy.
That's wild.
But I started coaching with him and doing tumbling classes with him. And I actually started getting classes on my own.
Okay.
To teach?
To coach tumbling.
Okay.
And I did gymnastics, coached gymnastics classes. So beginner gymnastics, advanced gymnastics, and masters.
Yeah.
And then I graduated high school and I was like, all right, I'm going to go play football in college. Went through college, played football there. And then got a job. Hated it.
What were you doing?
I was actually a manager at Old Navy.
Oh, that's random.
That's so
Yeah.
random.
That's so random.
Yeah, so I was a manager at Old Navy.
Adriana loves Old Navy.
I love Old Navy. Best activewear.
It's actually, and it is, the activewear is really legit. But I was a manager there, but I always go back home during the summers or whatever to coach.
Okay.
So I would do camps and clinics and things like that.
So where were you working at? Which Old Navy?
Abilene, Texas.
Boy.
Holy moly. So is okay, so like I always say this in quotes, but like is Old Navy your only like real job you've ever had? Like is coaching the rest of it?
No, it wasn't. Actually, I took a break from coaching and I worked at State Farm. So I was Chance from
Okay, so hold on, before we get there. So from Old Navy, then what happened?
So
You'd come home.
I would come home for the summers, and then I would coach while I was here, do private
Yeah.
lessons and do classes and things. And then I was in college, and I ended up getting engaged.
Okay.
And I decided, well, I hated life, hated being at Old Navy.
Yeah.
And
Aw, poor Old Navy.
but I was talking to my mom one day, and I guess she had me on speakerphone, and I hung up the phone, and literally 5 seconds later, Bill, who is the owner of Precision Gymnastics, is
Yeah.
like, come on back. We need you. Come back.
Like
come
full-time?
coach full time for
Come
real.
coach
Like, as an
full-time.
adult.
He's like, we need you. And I was like, all right, cool. So I came back, and I started coaching teams again. Coaching teams. I coached classes, and then it kind of just blew up from there.
So you never actually like did gymnastics. You just literally started coaching.
Well, you were tumbling.
That's
and
I was
stuff, but you
tumbling
never
and
like
stuff.
enrolled.
I
Yeah,
never
that's
was
what I'm saying.
I never really was competitive like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of cool
That's so
actually.
cool.
Because I feel like most people graduate from being an athlete to being a coach, but that's cool that you literally
How many years were you at Precision?
I was at total since I started coaching at 16. I was there back and forth until I was, 34? So I was there till 31, 32, 33.
Okay, so
Yeah.